This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now on the move. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice. And the Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something.
He's got it way down the field. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Motion from the back. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Hey, guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top...
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the tight end outside. At the 35, he's open. Racing to the right. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead is 8. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Throwing, Underwood. Here's the pressure. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era, but certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams.
Caught, and he's got room. Drills him with the stiff arm. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, the ground game. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Wolverines are flying down the field. The offense changing the play. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Here's Underwood to throw. Under fire. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Dances away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. Offense staying on the field there in hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Malton. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, the defense had an opportunity to get a stop on 4th down. The offense backed up, but they're able to plow forward on the ground.
Man, they said they wanted to be aggressive, but I don't know that anyone expected that type of aggression.
If I was on offense here, sudden change, now that you've picked up the 1st, why not go play action and take a shot?
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. There's some room. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Didn't even consider running the punter out there, going for it. 4th and long from the 48. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to...
Makes the catch, and he's free. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Diaz. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun with Kamari Malton. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They want to run this quarterback, and he could not get loose on the run. This crowd rising up, sensing that his defense needs some help. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They march to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. The run inside. It's Marshall. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to adjust the pattern. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Underwood. Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the grab. It's Marshall. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy I can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He leaves it with his back. Makes it past the marker. Here's a little room there. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Fielded in the end zone. And he pumps it up inside the 20. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the DB never even backpedaled. He never even thought that receiver was running deep, and that's why he was able to put his foot in the ground, and he smothered that curl route, knocking it away.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% this season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Moulton. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Time to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Off play action. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Throwing, Underwood. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. Takes it the other way. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He turns it loose to the left. That ball is caught. One hand grab. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
He makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's a really good job by this offense. I like it, man. Go 5 wide. You can tell right away you got a running back out wide. The corner stays out there so you know it's zone.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown, and here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high, but this is one of those areas situationally in the game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 9 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's South Carolina with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. As we take a look at other action today, check out that notable upset inside the Pac-12.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Makes the catch. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there, and now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Might be calling a hot route.
Stay up. Magic. Ninja.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10.
Ready, go!
Looking to fire. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Just going to keep it after the snap. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Underwood. Looking down the middle. What a grab with one hand.
Nothing you can do about that on defense. That's just an outstanding one-handed grab by the tight end.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Oh, they're after him. It's complete on the right side. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And the stomping has commenced. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. A spectacular one-hand grab. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Diaz. Snags it, and there's running room. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Back to pass on second down. Looking deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pressure coming, and it's a sack.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's open on the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They'll run with Malton. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Hawkeyes will hustle to the line. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the 5-yard line, you better get rid of the ball. You better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in 3rd and long.
Here we go.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Dumps it off in the flats. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check, check, check. 3692, love check.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down.
Booster, booster. Go, go.
He's looking to pass. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Marshall. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as...
Makes you grab and room to run. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. Trying to get away. At midfield, he's got room. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Fires to the big fella. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Connection to the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Underneath toast coverage. Got it deep downfield. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Second down, he'll throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it just... Look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. After their defense slammed the door shut, now the finishing touches can be put on this one. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running the red zone, it's Marshall. And with that, he's got him set up with a 1st and goal as we get set to play on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. With 1:52 seconds left, the defense will use a timeout trying to get the football back. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. It's complete to the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple bad decisions, a couple great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers. to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And tackled there by the defense. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the...
Going for it all. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Trying to take it back. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
Heat up them pass rushers, bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, time.
Maybe some room here. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Run in the red zone, it's Marshall. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.